Come on, brother. You waiting on me? That's what I'm talking about. Yo, Greg, what's happening? Dang, I started this live on 34. What you on 34 at the house? Lights on. Oh yeah, son. We're gonna have to get out in a minute. And chill for a minute. BK, what's happening? Good. Good. Pull up a little bit. All right. Okay. God, it's raining hard. Man, I started this live because I wanted to address something. Bad timing. So, just some stuff on like I gotta address. How you doing, huh?
Yeah.
Pouring down.
That.
Me either. It's been raining on me for the past 2 days though. Hey, I'm gonna walk you in there in a minute. Feel that, man. Hands feel like they fall. I don't like that. I don't like that sagging feeling. Yeah, but so I did the live last night, and you know what I'm saying? People need to learn how to appreciate when you getting them info. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect handouts, bruh. A lot of people, Brandon, what's happening? A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, been on this road for a long time and went through all kind of ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? Look at it, pouring down rain. People driving all kind of weather. Rain, sleet, snow, hail, everything. Dealing with the up and down market. Dealing with different shippers and brokers and receivers. People with attitude problems and everything else. And the headache of all the different stuff you go through. So you want to put people on game of how to get through some of these situations. And people still don't appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, I know you gave me that info, but man, you give me everything in your head. No, I ain't gonna give you everything in my head. You gotta go through something. You can't just get to where I'm at just from, you know what I'm saying, not going through. You gotta go through some stuff, man. And, with that being said, I've given out a lot of information, and I'm sure it's a lot of people who've been in the game for a long time pissed off at me about giving out as much information as I've given out. But it is what it is. I'm gonna try to help people out as best I can, but I ain't here to handicap nobody either. And I see some people want to be handicapped. Wrong person. And I notice it's some people that want you to tell them what they want to hear. I'm not that person. Find somebody else channel to go to, and they can tell you whatever gonna make you feel good, because the stuff I'm gonna tell you probably ain't gonna make you feel good, and it don't feel good when I go through it. So I ain't finna sit here and play games with you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to keep you from bumping your head. I'm trying to help steer you where you can make some money. But, Kay, what's happening? Oh, my son? So, yeah, but that's what it is, I noticed that somebody got pissed last night. hit the dislike, which I don't care nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm gonna tell you what I like about the dislike button. When you hit the dislike button, that means you don't want to see the content anymore, which means whatever I post, you won't see it. You know, it'll stop sharing that information with you when you hit the dislike. Good, I want to weave you out anyway. Get on about your business. Find somebody else who gonna lie to you and tell you all this other BS. You know what I'm saying? That I'm not that guy. You know, I'm real. I'm solid. I've been the same person since birth. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, being raised up a certain way, but I ain't gonna change. It is what it is with me. You know, you don't like the content, move around. For real, move around. Like I say, you find somebody else who gonna lie to you. Dwayne, what's happening? Yeah, but to speak on really soft and don't want to hear it, facts. It's true, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have to hear it. All they gotta do is turn it off, block it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no sense of getting on here crying when it's something that can be done about it. If it's one thing I learned about anything in life, don't complain, come with solutions. You know, all the stuff I've been frustrated about and I vented, I went home, I sat back and like, okay, how I'm gonna figure this out, how I'm gonna work around this to make it work for me. That's one thing about me. I'm always gonna try to figure out how to make something work for me. I might be frustrated at the moment, but believe me, I'm gonna figure out how to get through it. Cause I'm not the type of person gonna give up on something. Stanley, what's happening? Had to learn all. See, it is when you're going through something, it's nothing nobody can tell you because you've been through it. You know, bad. It's just storming real bad. But a lot of people don't want to go through nothing. They just want to go start 100% successful. That's what they don't want to go through all the roads it take to get there. They want you to do the work, and you go through everything so they can benefit off of it. And I mean, now I can help you get there. I'm not finna pick you up and carry you over here, and then when you get over here, you become my competition. Which I ain't tripping about that, cause I know the way I work, man, I run circuits around a whole lot of people. Block, what's happening? Oh, for sure. Man, I'm glad the videos help. And you know I appreciate the people who appreciate the videos. All the whining and crying people, man, y'all going on, bro. For real. You know what I'm saying? Oh. I gotta get my Oh yeah, man. It's a pretty good video. I could have did a whole lot better, but it's a pretty good video. I'm trying to get my inspection. I just made it back in. As soon as I got south, that's when all the loads started hitting above me. And I was just like, I honestly, I should have went back up and grabbed some loads, because I seen one out of Russellville, Arkansas going to Alabama. But my freaking GPS, I kept trying to get on 30 and run 30 west, but my freaking GPS kept taking me to like back roads in Arkansas. Going to north. I'm lost on that one, bro. It's gonna be big. What you mean, for freight? That what you saying? Oh yeah. So my boy, Rico will be unloading in Louisiana tomorrow. He just said the same thing. He was like, Man, I looked on the board and he was like, "It really ain't much work. I'm ready to get back up to Maryland because I got plenty of work up there." Golly, that sounds like it's hitting everything. I don't know if y'all can hear how loud it is. It is loud as crap, thundering. But yeah, it's freight up there, man. So man, I tried to wait around, and I actually planned on waiting. I was gonna hit 30. I was gonna hit 30 and post up at a truck stop and wait on something to hit. And I was just gonna Rico, what's happening? I was just talking about you. So I was just gonna post up at the truck stop and wait on some loads, but my GPS kept both of my GPSs kept rerouting me. So I don't know. By the time I figured out how to get back to I figured out how to get back to 30, man, I was like 21 miles out of the way. I was like, man, I'm not finna just go back up. I may as well keep going the way I'm going. So I missed out because it was a load right in that area that was going to Alabama. I could have grabbed. It was paying like $1,200, but it is what it is. I didn't want to do too much. You from what by in Alabama? I didn't want to do too much because I already have a load booked for Thursday. And Joseph, what's happening? And it's one of my agents I got a good relationship with. And I move a lot of good loads for, so I don't want to mess that up. I actually had her to call me about a load for tomorrow, no, for Friday. Jason, what's happening? Just took a load from Bama to Pennsylvania, then to Jersey. That's where the work at. You could always get a back haul out of freightways. Man, I think I seen a truck with freightways on it. Were you like in Texas, Louisiana area, like last week or the week before last? I could have sworn I seen a truck that had freightways on it, on 20. Man, I think I seen that truck. Cause I remember seeing the name on the truck. But yeah, man. So let me tell you. Let me at least tell y'all this. If you got some friends in the industry, what y'all need to do is team up, and y'all go try to get y'all some contracts, get y'all your own customers, and try to go that route. Because like when I was running my own authority, I was running 3 trucks, right? Well, my friend wife got some trucks, and the best way to get I'm finna tell you right now. So my friend wife had some trucks, and then she had another friend had some trucks, and one of my other homeboys had 2 trucks, but his trucks kept breaking down. So basically, we went to a couple of big shippers, and these were with 18 wheelers. But it's gonna be the same concept no matter what. We went to some big shippers before we teamed up with the other people, and told them we was interested in moving loads, and what do we have to do to get a contract with them, moving, pretty much being the primary company to move the freight for them. So the guy was like, he needs 15 trucks, dedicated trucks to run his lanes. So basically, we was like, all right, cool. He was like, you bring 15 trucks, y'all got the contract. So it was my 3, her, what, she had 3 trucks? I think she had 3. There was 6. And then I gathered some other people. Well, the other people felt like stuff wasn't moving fast enough for them. Plus, their equipment kept breaking down. It wasn't dependable anyway. So we didn't get the contract because of that. But it was dedicated, no broke involved, no nothing. We was going straight through them. So that's the best way to get contract, because you got 1 or 2 trucks chances are it is a chance you can get a contract. I ain't never saying it ain't a chance. You can do it one truck. If somebody know that you'll be dedicated to them and they got consistent work, then yeah. But when y'all team up like that and you go out that contract, somebody will be happy to give you the contract because they don't want to have to keep looking for trucks, calling brokers, trying to get trucks to move their loads. Then the thing is, if they're moving loads on a consistent basis, year round, guess what? You got consistent freight all the time. Now you can't go switching up on. You can't be like, man, I seen this load paying a lot of money. I really want to get it. Well, it's a one-time load. This is consistent. So you just gotta dedicate yourself to that. You gotta look long term. You can't look short term. Short term, you'll screw yourself. But I know I met a high shot driver. It's a place that I've ran this load several times. I know everybody at the place now, and the loads pay really good. Well, it's a guy that ran high shot, and he has his own authority, but he runs directly for them, strictly for them, and he's probably been running for them, been contracted with them for like 10 years, 10 or 12 years or something like that. And, we were just talking. I was asking him, do he try to find back hauls and stuff? He said he used to, but it was messing up his schedule to the point he couldn't get back and be available for the loads that they was moving. So he just stopped. And he said he'll just deadhead back because they pay him enough money to the point he can afford to deadhead. And he's making good money. One time I was there, me and him was standing there talking, and they came out and put a check in his hand. So I seen the check. So I know he's making good money. The thing is, like I say, you gotta have reliable equipment. You gotta be a man or a woman of your word, and you gotta dedicate yourself to them. You don't want to go screwing up these contracts. A lot of these brokers find that out the hard way, because what happens is they'll have somebody that run their loads for them consistently, and then they start getting greedy, want to put more money in their pocket, so they cut their consistent person out and get somebody to start running for cheap, and then those people go out of business or their equipment break down or whatever the case may be, and they almost the broker about to lose the contract because they can't get the loads moved, and then now they want to try to go back to the person they was using at first. So that's pretty much it. You go to them, you go to a shipper, you let them know you want to work, and whatever, you need to crunch your numbers before you even go to them, because you don't want to go to them and you want a load so bad and you get desperate and you just basically accept the load for whatever, because you got to keep in mind these companies want to save money too. So if they throw a number at you and you hadn't crunched your numbers and you accept it, now you got to stick to that. It ain't no changing now. So, and if you can't afford to move the load for what they want to pay, you just got to straight up tell them like, nah, I can't afford that. Period. I can't do it. This what I can. If they don't want to budge on it, don't get desperate and just settle for it, because you already know you can't afford to do that. Period. You can't afford, no matter how much you try to force it, you can't force numbers to work. They don't work. You can't, 2 and 3 is 5, and it's 5, but they only want to pay you 4. 4 don't work, so don't put a 4 where a 5 go. I know that's a crazy analogy, but it makes sense to me. You don't try to force something to work, man. If it don't work, it just don't work. I've seen plenty of loads on the board that I wanted to run, but the numbers just didn't work. And I'm like, I can't do it. I don't care how bad I want to, I can't. Numbers don't lie. Exactly, Rico. Transport Intel, I'll check them out. Yeah, but if you're gonna be so low, hey, man, a lot of times, A lot. So look, Block. Find you. Go. I would go to these different shippers in the area where you live at. Bring your truck and trailer. Have a business card. And I would take a book, you know. I'll take a book with the different type of loads I ran. So I would take that book. Oh, I just made it in. I would take that book and I would take, god dang, hold on. Yeah, my bad. But yeah, I'd take that book, take my truck and trailer, and I go there. I show them the loads I ran so they can see the securement. I will have my book with my insurance information in there. I bring them everything they want to see. And then I will bring them out and let them look at my truck and trailer. I make sure I wash it up real good and let them know that I want to move the loads for them. Find out, tell them you're interested, find out, you know, if they got hot shot loads, if you run a hot shot or a big truck or whatever they run. Find out the lanes, how often they move it, find out everything you can about it. Tell them you'll come back with well, if you already got a number. Well, you can't get a number because you can't get them. One thing you can have, you can have numbers to know if you run under a certain number, it's gonna put you in the red. You know that. You gotta know your bottom line. So that's the number you need to already have in your head. When y'all talk and y'all discuss the numbers, don't give them a number right on the spot. Unless you're gonna sit there with them, you're gonna crunch numbers in their face. Other than that, do not give them a number. Tell them you need to go home. You need to talk to your business partner. Tell them you need to talk to your partner, and you'll contact them tomorrow, and y'all will go from there. But don't let them pressure you into a number. Don't ever do that. Don't ever let nobody pressure you into a number because you want some work real bad. But I'm about to get this inspection done. How you doing, man?
Go ahead and turn your lights on.
Alright. See, turn the truck on or just the lights?
No, just the lights.
Okay.
The
Flash or two?
Yeah, put your 4-way on. What's your mileage?
100,000, 209. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Well, if somebody new on here, they might be interested in seeing the inspection get done. There's nothing to it at all, but hey, got them baby miles. Hey, Rico, you know, you out of all people know my truck don't move unless the load pay what it need to pay. So that's why my mileage is low, because I'm gonna make up for it, because I'm gonna run not as many miles for more money. See, you got a lot of people with a whole lot of miles and their money don't match up. Dogs, what's happening? Only one with 100,000. I just got to 100,000 today. I screenshot Rico my mileage when I hit 100,000. Just lost power up in here. All the power went out. Uh-oh. It's possessed, dang. They just lost power up in here. All the power went out. What it do with? I guess they trying to get their generator going. Yep, no lights. I'm sure the computers and everything just went down. Yeah, but yeah, man, it's a lot of guys have a lot of they have high mileage. Pass you since the power went out. Man, hey Rico, you know I'm a pass anyway. That's just what it is. You know I keep my equipment up. There ain't nothing to it, man. Just keep everything up. Make sure you do your pre-trips, post-trips. You need tires, get tires. Don't wait till the last minute. Insurance cheaper on old trucks. I would assume so because I mean they going off the value of the truck. You get a new truck and it's valued at 150,000. You get an old truck that's only valued at 25, 30,000. Yeah, I'm sure the insurance will be a whole lot cheaper. And it's also based on the mileage. Like if you running over 300 miles, then that your insurance gonna be a little bit higher. The product you hauling, your insurance is gonna be a little bit higher. Yep, normally it's cheaper. Your Now when you run under your own authority, there's a whole lot of other stuff that go into that too. So that's just a piece of it. But when you run under your own authority, you got a whole lot of other stuff that goes into giving them a quote on your insurance. They go by credit score, they go by the equipment, they go by your driving record, they go by the product you hauling, they go by your radius, they going by all kind of crap. And you know, one thing my insurance company told me consistently when all three of my trucks be on the road, he told me to make sure my dispatcher kept my truck separated. So if I had a truck in Wyoming running, have a truck like in Texas and one like in Georgia or something. And the reason why, he said he had a client that had 3 trucks. All 3 of his trucks was like in Nebraska somewhere, or Missouri. It was snowing and they was all trailing each other, and it was a big wreck on the interstate. They had to make a quick stop, and they all just slammed into him. So he lost all his trucks at one time. Boom. So that's why my insurance agent told me to make sure my trucks are not running the same routes together. If they doing it different times, cool. But like a convoy, try to avoid that in bad weather, because you'll lose all your trucks at one time. Now you won't have no money coming in. So, haul the same thing all the time. Yeah, haul the same thing all the time. You good. The state you live in, yeah. The state you live in, CSA score, yep. All of that definitely plays a major role. And if you have any lost runs, so for the people that don't know, lost runs is basically claims. So just say every year you renew your insurance. Just say you going with a different insurance company when you renew. Well, you got to call your previous insurance company and get lost runs. And the lost runs to say if you had any claims or not. If you had claims, then when it's time for you to renew, your insurance is going to go up, no matter if it's with the same company or is with a new company. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely equipment. Joe, what's happening? If you drop the commercial pickup with regular. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. So, I'm going to piggyback on that. You got your little boy with you, OTR. He's 3. Lots of laughs and good time. Oh, for sure. Man, you know, my son is out of school for, what kind of break y'all on?
Fall.
A fall break, right? All right. So he came to roll. He been rolling with me since he been out of school. I mean, it's a good bonding experience, but I really personally don't like to have my kids on the road with me because it's super dangerous. Now, like I say, he with me, but you know, it's been a lot of moments on the road when my stomach started turning because I'm like, oh shucks, I'm seeing different things in front of me. Like we passed by That was a pickup truck, right? Man, we passed by a pickup truck in Arkansas earlier today and went off the road, hit a tree, and this truck was completely separated. It was a cab over here, and the rest of the truck was over here. And, you know, all that traffic just barely missed him. I just had to hurry up and get on the brakes and pull it over to the shoulder to keep from slamming into all the people that was in front of me. Yeah, it's a lot of people drive super crazy. So yeah, I like having my kids with me, but you know, when I'm rolling, I see so much going on, and it just like, you know, the whole time you driving, you thinking about if something happened to your kid, man, it just make me sick to my stomach. I feel like I'd throw up, man. I'm just like, man, I just want to get them back to the house. It's my biggest thing, get them back to the house. Yes, by the grace of God, I'm telling you. Say 600 a month. Hey, hey, ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it, man. But I'm telling you, the best thing though, if you're running a lot of short stuff, it's better to have your kid with you when you're running a bunch of short stuff, because you know the chances of something happening is still high. Stuff can happen, but you know you got to think about it. The more you drive, the further you go out. You got different change of weather. You got fatigue start to set in. No matter if you still good and you can drive, fatigue still it starts to set in. And then when you get hungry, like all this stuff is a factor, you know. Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Yes,
Man,
sir.
we had a little power surge, man.
I know it, man.
We don't never come back on, bro. You stuck with us. We can't
Oh
let it go,
man, I gotta get out of here. Oh, I'm glad I live down the street.
Y'all get hot, man. It's okay to run your motor, cool off, whatever.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll just post up. I can turn these flashes off, huh? Alright. Man, they locked. Y'all ain't got no generator? What? Man, all this money comes through here. Y'all ain't got no generator? Oh, man, oh, man. Boy, they ain't got no generator. It's hot up in here. Boy, open your door, sir. Ooh-wee, boy, it's hot. Yeah, man, what I'm missing out on? I'm missing out on the action. What we got going? That's for a free pass? Man, I'm telling you. He, man, what? Well, he can't even do that because he got to put it in the system to send the land stuff. And they everything down. They ain't got no power. They doing these inspections with flashlights right now. Look, let me show you. They was doing the inspection on my truck with a flashlight. Hey, so Rico, check it out. I know we got some people on here that need equipment, because you always need equipment. Rico always know where to go get the cheap equipment that's DOT approved. So I don't mean cheap like it ain't gonna hold up. I'm just saying it's cheap in price, but it's good material. He was just telling me about some stuff. So Rico part of my group, man. I got a little clique. We take care of each other. You know, we send each other load information. Like, you know, you like I said, you gotta have. You can't do everything on your own. You gotta have a group of people. And my group spread out all over the U.S. So you gotta have a group of people that you connected with. Cause he got contacts, I got contacts. The rest of the people in my group, we all got our own separate contacts. And we share contacts with each other. If I go up to Baltimore and I need load, hey Rico, I'm coming up to Baltimore. Everybody keep interrupting my live, man. But what I do, I hit Rico up. Hey Rico, I'm coming up to Baltimore, man. I'll be up there such day. Let your people know I'm coming up. I'm trying to get low, come back to the south. He like, all right, cool. He reach out. Same thing I do. Rico on his way down. I've been reaching out to all my contacts all day. You know, Add them on three-way with them. They got loads for them. So you gotta have people that you connect with, man. It's the only way you gonna win, bro. You got to. Cause like I say, everybody in my group have their own separate contacts. So we all share. Somebody in freaking California, they need to get out of there. We hit our contact up in California. Our California contacts say, oh, I already made phone calls. I got something coming out for you. Here go the phone number. So that's what I'm saying, man. You gotta have people that you connect with. You gotta network. I see people on YouTube they get on these videos, they stab each other down, they talk noise, they do all this bashing. You don't even know if you're gonna need these people. These people may have some contacts that's gonna highly benefit you, but you don't know it. And you wanna bash them so bad, you finna miss out on your blessings. Yeah, you gotta network. You know, that's the number one thing, you know, my parents told me when I went to college. Even if you don't graduate, I need you to network. You gotta network. Go to school and network. That's the biggest thing they focus on. Network, network, network. Now, I think my sister did more networking than me because they connected. You know, I'm connected, but they connected. Like, they straight. They good. Believe it. Way better than me. Way better than me. I tell you, they ain't stressing out about no money. I can tell you that much. They ain't stressed out about no money at all. But, hey, that's what it is, man. Any questions? My boy Rico can answer them. Oh, so my sister my sister, they don't drive trucks. They both of them have their own businesses. One of them own, I don't know, 3 businesses. The other own like 5 or 6. Like they do their own thing. They ain't got nothing to do with trucking. Just like the avenues they went, I just wasn't never interested. I wasn't never interested. Like my parents started their first business when I was, I think I was 14 maybe. I might have been, nah. I don't remember how old I was. Let's see. Yeah, I was 14. 13 or 14 when they started the first business. And they didn't spend money for 5 years. They was just stacking. And right at that 5-year mark, it was like ball out of control ever since 98. Like ball out of control. That's how I was able to start my first business. I bought my first truck cash money with a check that my parents gave me. Oh yeah, I got a lot of, hold on, let me make sure I read this right. I got a lot of freedom in what I do. A lot of freedom. Oh yeah, man, I'm tell you, honestly, now it's ups and downs who I'm leased on to. Ain't nothing perfect. But I can tell you this. My current situation with Landstar is almost identical of having my own authority. Like freedom. Do what I want to do. Run the lanes I want to run. If I want to go get contracts, I can still go get contracts being with Landstar. They like for you to go get contracts, honestly. Balling out of control. Yeah, my people balling out of control. I ain't balling out of control. But they are. You know. I could be. I'm not. They're all like mental health counselors, and they got clothing stores and restaurants, and my parents own a club, a sports bar, and they got all kind of businesses. But you know, I'm not interested in none of this stuff. Like my heart ain't into none of it. You know, I would be doing all this stuff for the wrong reasons. And with that being said, when you're doing stuff for the wrong reason, you ain't gonna be doing it long because you're just not gonna be interested. And you know, I used to go to the clubs and stuff, you know, about 4 years back, often, because it was like cool, it was fun. It's family owned businesses, Go in, get what you drink, what you want, just get VIP sections, do what you want to do. Which I could do the same thing now, but man, that stuff get old. When you're in the club all the time, is I don't care like how much pool you got there. It gets old. It gets very, very old. I be wanting to go home, be with my kids and stuff. I don't be trying to be in there. Much it costs areas to run on independent operate. Man, the price is the price gonna determine uh, where you live, the equipment you running, uh, your MVR, your driver's MVR, what you hauling, where you going to. That's what I'm saying. The startup cost is gonna be totally different for everybody. All right, so I'm gonna tell you this here. So my first truck, I bought a used truck back in 2015. I bought a 2012 Mac Pinnacle CXU 613 mid roof sleeper. All right. I paid 54 cash for that. I took them a cashier's check for that truck. Then went and bought a brand new trailer, a 2016 Manac flatbed, 48-foot trailer, 48-foot flatbed trailer. So that trailer was, I think, 32,000 maybe. I think it was 32,000. So what's that? It's 86 without taxes. So that's 86 without taxes. Now, you still have to pay money to get your authority. And then I paid about $3,000 for my CDL, because that's what I did. I went to truck driving school, got my CDL, then went and bought a truck like the next month. It probably wasn't even a month. Like, I got my truck like soon as I finished truck driving school, and got the CDL, started the authority while I was in school, bought a truck, hired a driver, and was learning from my homeboys and my driver, because he came from a big company. And I had already been buying books. I had been buying books and reading. So, just so nobody could get over me. 3,000 for what? Nah, you're gonna need a whole lot more than $3,000. Oh, for truck driving school. Yeah. That's what I paid. That's what I paid for truck driving school. So then I had to pay for the authority. I don't even remember how much it was for the authority. But I know for my insurance, man, my insurance was like $5,000 a month, or $5,300 or something. It was $5,000 and something. It was high because I was brand new. I had no trucking experience. And man, I don't advise nobody to go that route, even if you got the money. Because, bro, I used to be on the road nervous because I was clueless. Man. I mean, I used to go to places, and I had low security books and all that, but when you securing something you've never touched and you already don't have the experience, and you driving in mountains and everything else, like we used to travel a lot when I was young, so I was familiar with certain places, certain highways and stuff like that. But in driving a truck fully loaded, 48,000-pound load on a flatbed is a whole different ball game, and you downshifting and upshifting the whole time. Cause I was still double clutching at first. My homeboy taught me how to float. Like, he taught me. I literally learned how to float in like 2 minutes. I really didn't even realize it was that simple, but I literally learned in like 2 minutes. Yeah, definitely worth it in the end. Everything I did was like the hard knocks. It was like out there grinding, no experience. I've never worked for a trucking company ever. Never ever. Like, man, I learned everything the hard way. I don't care how much money you got. I don't advise nobody to do that. Nobody. Man, I was literally nervous and scared a lot because I had no experience. But I got through it. So I'm going on 5 years now. I haven't been in no accidents. I mean, somebody hit my truck when I was at the truck stop sleep, but as far as me drive, I hadn't been in no accidents. I hadn't got any tickets or nothing. Clean driving record the whole time I've been driving. Whole time. Uh, that's why I got on Landstar so quick. I mean, their hiring rate is like 1 in every 11 people. And I had to send them in a lot of stuff because I always worked for myself. So they basically like, we can verify that you have been driving for this amount of time, but we can't prove that it was flatbed. So I had to send them in my IFTA, because my IFTA, when you file your IFTA every quarter, it has every state you've ran in. So they knew I was OTR because of my filings. So, and then it's all year long. You got to do it every quarter. So they knew I was driving in the snow and everything else. And I'm 100% unfamiliar with driving in the snow because I live in Louisiana. It don't snow here. Well, I ain't gonna say it never snowed, but it probably snow like once every couple years. Well, sometimes we might go 5 years without snow, and it's gonna snow that one time, and that's it. So I was like super unfamiliar with driving in the snow, but I just had to do it. I slowed all the way down to like 25, and I was rolling like that with my flashes on. People flying around me. I don't care. I'm trying to get back home. I don't have no experience with this, so I'm just gonna slow it down, pace myself, and take my time. You could be mad, but at the end of the day, I'm worried about getting this load there. For sure, for sure. I'm trying to secure this bag and get home to my family. Yeah, you gotta learn the trade. That's what I'm saying, man. A lot of people on handout, man, you gotta go through it. Bro, I went through the toughest of the toughest. Now you find another truck driver that went through what I went through. You find a truck driver. I guarantee you, it probably ain't but a handful that exists that did what I did and went through what I went through with no experience, no teacher. I didn't have a teacher. I learned on the fly. Everything I learned was on the fly. I learned how to talk from watching people. I sat there, I'd go to these shippers, they'd be like, oh, it's a talk load. I'd be parked behind somebody, and I'm sitting there watching him talk. I'm like, okay, I got it. And then the driver I hired, he worked for a big company. He knew how to do all that. I'd sit there. I was paying him, but I'd be like, hey, listen, I know I'm paying you, but look, I got it. Let me, because I wanted to put my hands on it. I wanted to know that I knew what I was doing. So that's what I did over and over. I did that for like a year until I got comfortable. Meaning like watching people, just forcing myself to drive, even when I was scared to go certain places, I forced myself to. And man, after a while, man, you do something so much, especially when you start out driving in the wintertime. I mean, because I didn't start in the winter. Did I start in it? No. I didn't start in the winter. But I was driving in the winter, like I say, in the winter with no experience. And when you going and you driving in places like that, man, I'm gonna tell you how clueless I was. And I thank God nothing ever happened. I can remember coming down the mountain like faster than what I should have been coming. And I can remember in school, I just remember this. Whatever gear you pull the mountains in, you need to come down in that gear. But it was so dark that, like, I just thought I was pulling some hills. I had no clue I was actually in the mountains because these was routes I'd never been on before. And I'm twisting and turning and trying to make sure I slow down and hit the right gear. Sometimes I just get my RPMs up and just shove it in the gear real quick, and then had to turn the Jake on so I could slow the truck down. Man, I'm telling you, it was a lot of learning on the fly, man. A lot of it. If I had somebody with me, they'd have been like, hey, bro, listen, don't do this, don't do that. I just had to, I just make it through a situation like, whoo, I know not to do that again. That's how I learned. No, I was been in. This is my first time in a hot shot. When I came over to Landstar, like a few months before I actually came to Landstar's when I got in the hot shot, I've always been 18 wheelers. 10 speed, 13 speed, and 18 speed. Yeah, yeah. My first truck ever was a 10 speed. That's the first truck I bought was a 10 speed. Yeah, man. I'm talking about I be like in snow 1 minute, then I get to somewhere else, it's clear, then I get to the next state, it's pouring down rain, you can't really see nothing. And one time I was driving, bro. I was headed to Maybank, Texas, actually, and one of my drivers, I was trailing him, and it was raining. It was in the middle of the night. I think we started rolling like 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. It's dark, and certain parts of the interstate, there's no street lights, so it's pouring down rain and I'm rolling. Then I start downshifting because I start getting a little nervous, and I'm glad I did. My freaking windshield wiper, the driver wiper, it completely came apart. Like the screws, the bolts, everything came out of it. And I was looking over in this mirror like this, through this side of the window, and I was terrified. Man, when I tell you, I could have screamed like a woman. I could have screamed. I was so scared because I could not see nothing in front of me. I couldn't see nothing at all. And then the headlights was on, but they were so dim for some reason. And I happened to make it off of the interstate, and I pulled over at a gas station, learning the experience. Like I say, you got to go through stuff. Didn't have no tools in the truck to fix nothing. I was stopping people that was coming in getting fuel. I was just standing in the rain, just standing there in the middle of the night. I'm like, man, I don't know how these people gonna feel with me approaching them in the dark, and I'm standing out in the rain. And I was so nervous, man. And I was like, man, I hope nobody don't think I'm trying to rob them. I was terrified. Then I would walk up and wave, and I was like, hey, I'm not begging for no money or nothing. I don't want nothing. I'm like, hey, do you have some tools where I can put my wiper back together? And this one guy ended up helping me. He gave me a tool. I put it back together, got everything working, and boom, started back rolling again. Life lesson. I had to learn. You need to keep tools in the truck. So I learned it. One time I was running a short load. I was just running down to Houston, dropped a load of pipe off. I had a bag haul coming right back to the house. I decided I ain't gonna take no extra clothes with me. I'm just coming right back. Man, get down there, pouring down raining so hard, and I gotta take the straps off this load. So I'm standing out in the rain, getting soaking wet, no rain jacket, no nothing. And then I didn't have any changing clothes. So I had to be wet the whole day. Another life lesson. Take a bag of clothes. No, even if you just running a short route and coming right back home, take a bag of clothes. I'm telling you, everything I learned was from me going through it. Everything I speak about in these videos is I went through it. It's not what nobody told me. Man, I've been through hell and back with this stuff, man. I'm telling you, my drivers wrecking my truck, burning my equipment up, whole trailer burn up, load burn up, happened to get the truck unhooked, or burning everything up. Every time one of the drivers, from the first driver all the way to the last driver I hired, I'm telling you, tons of time they come in, is trucks wrecked. Trucks is wrecked all the time. These brand new trucks. Like, when I got rid of that Mac, I started buying Volvos, and they was brand new trucks, no mileage on them. And man, they was wrecking the heck out. One of my drivers, I don't know how he did it, but he wrecked getting on a scale one day. Knocked the whole side fender off the truck getting on a scale. Carl, what's happening? Oh, the view, for sure. Bradley, what's happening? Yes, K, definitely. I'm telling you. I've been in these trucks scared tons of times. Where to get the torch from? To the side of the road, bad weather. Hardly ever. Since I've been driving, it's been raining. The past 2 days, the whole time I've been driving through rain the past 2 days. And I'm gonna get this rain eggs out of my truck and show you what I use. I don't have to turn my wipers on. Like I actually recorded a short video, and I'm gonna show y'all, man. Like while everybody passing by me with their wipers on, I'm just rolling, no wipers on. I can see everything just as clear as day. But I use this bug spray rain eggs. It's in a blue bottle. That's what I use. Yes, definitely, Kate. Rick, what's happening? I appreciate it, Kate. I need to plug this phone up. Well, I got so many stories because I went through so much stuff, man. I went through a lot. Man, I went through a whole lot. Man, one time, one of my drivers, I ended up firing him one time because he kept getting logbook because we was still, like, when I first started driving trucks, we was on paper log, we wasn't on ELD. And he kept getting logbook violations. Two different drivers, matter of fact. One of them just straight up waiting. He was doing logbook every now and then. And the way I found out, when you get tickets, you know, the state police send you the stuff. They send the owner of the company, they send them the paperwork in the mail, and you gotta fill it out and say what corrections you did and all that, and you gotta mail it back in to him. That's how I found out that he was getting these logbook violations over and over and over. And one of my other drivers, he was doing the same thing, but like I fired him for something different. And man, I cleaned the truck out. I found bottles of vodka, and man, this dude had all kind of crap in that truck. And I was just like, man, I thank God this dude didn't get into no wreck drunk. My bad, everybody. Yeah, Carl, vodka. I found bottles of vodka in the truck. All kind of stuff, man. Bro, man, I'm telling you, yes, man, bro, I'm telling you, everything, bro, everything, man. I've had loads that didn't get delivered on time. Kind of find out the reason why, because these dudes had women in the truck. Like, they sneaking and taking their girlfriends with them, which I didn't have a rider's policy. So they would have shut the... Well, one of them, actually, like the first driver I hired, he ended up... Because he kept trying to get back home one time. He ended up getting shut down by the police because he had a woman with him. Had one with him in the truck. They had no policy. Police pulled him over, and they wanted to see that policy, the insurance coverage and stuff. He didn't have it. They shut the truck down for 10 hours. Load didn't get delivered on time. In the day cabs? Nah, I never had day cabs. Oh, Jay, they had good driving records. I didn't know they had all these bad history. Cause when I hired these people, they was currently working for a company. So it wasn't like they was out of a job and stuffed in the suitcase. Yeah, it wasn't like they was out of a job and then I hired them and then had to call and do the background check because they weren't working. No, these people, they was currently working and had clean MVR because, you know, every time you hire somebody, you have to run MVR on them. So, like, everything was good. But you can't, you know, when people get out by themselves, people do what they want to do when they ain't around you. So, you know, I actually find it pretty smart for companies like Landstar and Snyder and Mercer and all these people to hire to lease on the outs, because this is your equipment, you paid for it. You're not going to do nothing to jeopardize your livelihood because this is yours. So that's pretty smart. When somebody in your equipment ain't there, they don't care about it. Man, people get the freaking grinding gears and all kind of crazy stuff because they ain't there. They don't care. Like, it ain't mine. Nah, I had them on 1099. Man, I was brand new. I ain't know nothing about this stuff. And I'm glad I did, because if I would have had them on W-2, being new like that, it ain't gonna work. So, well, I'm gonna tell you one, unless you come in the gate with a contract and you running for them consistently, I would not put drivers on W-2 because you're not gonna be able to afford it. The lows don't pay enough. Once you pay for fuel, maintenance, paying that driving stuff, like you're not gonna have enough. Because when they're on the W-2 and you paying workers' comp and stuff on them, and like insurance, like you not only you paying them, you're still taking money out of your profit, your pocket, and you have to put it in like a workers' comp system or whatever. Like you have to go get some facilities. They like it was this one contract out of Mississippi. They was gonna give me a direct contract. Well, the only requirement for me at the time, because my 3 trucks was fine. The only requirement was I had to have workers' comp. I started checking on workers' comp policies. Could not afford it. Could not afford it. Period. Could not afford it. So 1099 was the best thing for me. Now, what I did was connect them with some companies who they could get insurance themselves, and it was cheap through this guy, man. He was actually an insurance agent, and the only reason I didn't get it on me because I had insurance through the fire department, but the insurance with him was cheap. So what I did was just connect them with him. I don't know if they did or didn't, because once they connected, it ain't my business. Yeah, there's Dewfield Drive 1099. That's the best thing, man. Yes. Too many expenses on W-2. And like when you got W-2 employees, when they get that paycheck and they see it ain't that much, they'll be pissed. They'll want to quit. Like all the money is going toward all these contributions. So either I pay you 1099, you get straight pay, you do everything yourself, or most of your money gonna be going toward taxes and everything else. So, hey, yeah, you ain't gonna be able to afford it. Too many expenses. Yeah, yes, yeah, Rick. Like, definitely. Yeah, Dwayne, they got this company called God dang it. What's the name of this company? Landstar has a company they use for insurance. Because you got to remember, the only people that work for Landstar is the administration people. Other than that, everybody with Landstar is contracted. The agents, the brokers, the owner ops, everybody's contracted. So they have companies that they use. If you want to get insurance, you can pick it up. I forgot the name of the company. I'm going to have to pull it up and tell, like, I'll let y'all know. Yeah, you can, and the insurance is cheap too. They insurance is actually cheaper than my insurance on the fire department. It's a whole lot cheaper. A whole lot cheaper than my insurance on the fire department. Darren, what's happening? Yeah, Carl. Yeah, definitely. super strict. You know, you gotta go watch safety videos, get on the property, they'll come out, check your truck, lift your hood, everything, open your doors, make sure you ain't got no weapons. You gotta have this little card to get on, license plate number, like everything, just to get on these facilities. So, yeah, man, I'm trying to think of some more stuff, man. Bro, I've been through a lot with it, bro, a whole lot. But let me think of something else. Man, I don't know. I'm sure if y'all ask, I can tell you yes or no if I've been through it. Would you hire someone fresh? Oh, heck no, Eric. Fresh out of school, no. Your insurance goes straight through the roof. You hire somebody straight out of school. But it's the thing. Your insurance company probably won't even insure them if they fresh out of school. Like, they're probably not gonna. They won't even let you hire them. You know, they won't cover insurance on them. Most insurance companies want somebody that's got 2 years. Now, you got companies like Swift and stuff like that. They hire people straight out of school, but Swift may be self-insured. So a lot of them places that hire people fresh out of school, most of those places are self-insured. So they can afford to do that. But all these other companies, you see all these other companies won't hire nobody fresh out of school because they insurance just won't allow it. Yes, Swift self-insured. Appreciate it. Coming over first year, hot shot. For sure, man, definitely. I'm telling you, get your experience, see what the road about. Because it's when you going through it, it's so much stuff you gonna learn without even realizing you're learning. Like, for example, all right, every time I run a load, I always pre-plan the night before. So I pre-plan everything that night. I pull my route up, I pull up 3 routes. And I'm like, okay, if something happened on this route, I could turn and go here. If something happened on there, I could turn and go there. So I know which way the shortest, which way the longest, and everything else. All right, let me give you an example. On my way back down, coming through Arkansas, the best way is I-30 to I-49 and come on in Shreveport, Louisiana. All right. When I started looking at that route, it was 200 and some miles to go that way from where I was. There was 2 other routes. One came through Minden, Louisiana, and the other one came through, I think, Spring Hill, something like that. Both of the other ways was shorter. The way I wanted to go was longer, but it's the best way. The reason why is because number one, it's straight interstate. Number two, it's truck stops and stuff off of this interstate. If you just say you have problems, blowouts, different stuff like that, like you in an area where somebody can find you, and you probably gonna have really good reception. When you going down all these back roads, you have to try to find landmarks to tell people where you at, number one. Number two, you're probably not gonna even have reception because like my phone quit working like 5 times, like no reception. I was on the phone, Rico phone went out. I was on the phone with a broker, phone went out. So, I had a blowout in the back road in Mississippi one time, and I had like 1 bar on my phone, barely got up. Use GPS. Well, I have a GPS and I have a dash cam, but when the sun beaming through the window, it makes it quit working. So I just don't even use them anymore. I just use my phone. No signal, exactly. Flatline. TB, what's happening? Garmin, I think it's called Garmin GPS or whatever. Yeah, it's a real good GPS. Make a down payment on the insurance. Yeah, you gotta make a down payment on insurance. So this is how it works. All right. So with trucking insurance, it's 3 categories for trucking for commercial insurance. You got cargo, you got physical damage, and you got liability. Cargo is what you hauling. Physical damage is gonna be the insurance on your equipment, your truck and trailer, and the liability is gonna be for whoever you hit. All right. Now, even though it's one policy, it's 3 separate insurance. So you got 3 separate insurance under one policy. Now, every insurance company doesn't write a policy for all 3. Some do, like Progressive. They do all 3. But Progressive is through the roof. It's way too expensive. That's who I had at first. Most new people can't afford Progressive, period. Alright. So like with my big trucks, when I redid my policy, I think I had my physical damage and my cargo was with Lloyd's, and I think my liability was with National Fire and Marine. So 2 different insurance companies, 1 policy. 2 companies, 1 policy. So that's how it works. Now, with that being said, just say like your insurance policy for the year is uh I don't know. Now, nobody insurance policy gonna be this high, but I'm just giving you a breakdown. I'm gonna go bigger numbers so I can break it down easier. So just say your insurance policy for the year is $100,000. Like I say, ain't nobody insurance gonna be that high, but I'm just giving y'all an example. $100,000. Well, when you get quotes on insurance or whatever, or try to get somebody to insure you, let's say this, get somebody to insure you. So whatever agent you use, he's gonna ask you all these questions. What you're gonna be hauling, everything about your company, your equipment, years of experience, blah 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 blah. If you got your trucks governed, where you park them, all they gonna ask you a gazillion questions. All right, now you're gonna send all that information to different insurance companies. So when you send it to all these different insurance companies, insurance agent and insurance companies is separate. All right. Now, just say you send them to 10. Out of 10, 3 may actually say they'll accept you. All right. All 3 gonna have a different price. So just say you get one. All right. And now they say it's gonna be $100,000 for the year. You have to put 20% down right then. So out of $100,000 policy, you gotta put 20,000 down right on the spot. You gotta send them a check for $20,000. All right. Now that you paid that, that's your down payment on your insurance. Your insurance agent actually get some money out of it. That's your insurance agent make money off your policy. So long as you got a policy, he gets paid. If you don't have a policy, you don't get paid. All right. So you paid your 20% up front. Now your other payments on this 1-year policy, you're only gonna have 10 payments left. So you're gonna pay every month. You're gonna pay, $10,000 now? Because it's a $100,000 policy. You're gonna pay $10,000 every month up to the 10th month. Then after the 10th month, 11th and 12th month, you're not gonna have a payment. But then after your 12th month, now you gotta renew. You can either go with the same company or you can find you a different insurance company. So just say your next policy $100,000, you gotta drop that $20,000 again. So that's how it is. So they're financing this policy, and you gotta make a down payment on it. That's how commercial insurance works. If anybody got any questions about it before we move on to something else. We still ain't got no power. Alright, so I guess everybody good on it. It was a question. Oh, somebody asked about tarps. The place where I was getting tarps from was called like Dolphin Tarps or something like that. It was a place in Bossier City, just right across the bridge, probably 15 minutes from my house. And I was getting tarps from there, but they shut down. Their main hub is in Alabama somewhere. Professor, you got a question? What's up, Rico? Run Alabama much, east of Mississippi? Not much, but I will. Shoot, I definitely will. Man, I run based off the pay and based off the lanes. I try to make sure I'm running to an area where I know I can get a back haul. That's what I try to stick to. If I'm running to a dead area, I'm running over there for a lot of money. Cause I already know I got dead head out. I ain't finna sit around like, I'm finna wait on something. I already know it's a dead area. I'm not finna wait. I'm just finna dead head out of there. That's why I went in for a lot of money. To make up for the dead head. Keep up with the good info. I'm gonna try to. Alright, there got a place for y'all. Utility trailers. Insurance company recommend for new drivers. For new drivers. Man, honestly, I don't even know. I don't know. I talked to a guy one time. Well, I don't know how much experience he had, but he lived in my neighborhood, and he was running hot shot at the time. I was still running 18 wheels at the time, and I asked him because I was interested in hot shot, and I was like, "Hey, who?" Start asking me questions. And I was like, "Who you got insurance with?" He said some company called Prince's Insurance, out of California, and he had insurance through them. Now, every insurance company don't write policies in every state. So that's another thing you got to remember, that you have to find an insurance company that write policies in your state. Man, it's a whole lot to this. It's so many. It's so complex. That's another reason I say, man, people that's new, you need to try to figure out the ins and outs first before you just go spending money. Cause there's so much you gotta learn before you go dumping money in this. You're gonna screw yourself over. A lot of people screw themselves over. That load board or dispatcher. Now, no, I got my contacts within the system, and I use the company load board, land store load board. But that load board and truck stop internet, I was using them under my authority, and I had a dispatcher. And he's really, 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 really good. Over 30 years of experience. He's used to own 30 trucks that him and his wife ran together and dispatched them and did everything together. So over 30 years of experience, he still dispatch trucks until this day. Hot shot, big trucks, it don't matter. And if anybody want his contact, let me know, cause he can get some loads. He's connected probably with dang near every broker that exists. Oh yeah, B plus, Rico Wright. Man, no problem. Hey man, I'm finna call you back too when I get off here. What the lows with a new MC number? With a new MC number, man. All you gotta do is no problem. All you gotta do is call up these different brokers, man. And man, honestly, I ain't gonna lie. Just knowing what I know now, if I got a brand new authority, and I wouldn't reach out to the different brokers and try to basically get on their good side to get loads, because they gonna screw you. I'm talking about full fist. You know what I'm saying? Because they like, shoot, you knew everybody ain't gonna give you a load. Your number's not new enough. You don't have enough experience. You done spent all this money in this business, so you just trying to make money. These are thoughts that's already in their head up top. So first thing they gonna do, they gonna hit you up when they got something, and they gonna screw you over. So I just wouldn't do it. I would. This the best thing I can tell you to do is, you can do what you want to do, but I'm gonna tell you like this here. If you brand new on your own authority, find you a dispatcher that has a lot of years of experience dispatching, because they're gonna keep you loaded, and they are connected with so many different companies, shippers, brokers. They connected with everybody, and these people that they know on first name basis, and they got that relationship. That dispatch ain't gonna let you get screwed over. Your dispatch gonna call you, look, I got this, and this. Hey, pick what you want, but I don't think we should touch this one. I don't think we should touch that one. This one, I think we could get more money out of this one. I could try to get you more money. You need a dispatcher like that, because at the end of the day, if you don't make money, the dispatcher ain't gonna make money. And a good dispatcher is not gonna let you get screwed over, because he wants you to stay in business so he can stay in business. Him or her. They want to stay in business for a long time, so they gonna make sure you good. Isaiah, like I talked to Isaiah from Georgia. He got his own authority, own truck, own trailer. I've been talking to him since he first wanted to start running hot shot. He got an experienced dispatcher. Isaiah told me, and I see his pictures all the time, he stay loaded. He's always loaded. He told me that everything has been good for him financially, and he's been loaded. And his dispatcher keep him loaded with good loads to the point he have to tell his dispatcher to slow down. Like, whoa, bro, you need to slow down. I mean, bro, I just got this load. You know what I'm saying? I got to do it 34. Like, slow it down now. So that's what you want. You want that type of dispatcher. If you dealing with a dispatcher that ain't doing that, don't even waste your time. Don't sit there and be like, oh, I'm gonna give him 3 more weeks. No. You got to get rid of. Because at the end of the day, you're going to feel the effects. That dispatcher don't have expenses. You got expenses. You know, that dispatcher needs a phone line, fax line, internet, and relationships. You got to have a whole lot more than that. No problem. Creator, I got you, for sure. Tarps, man, I always get 6-foot drop tarps. 8-foot drop tarps will cover anything you touch. 8-foot drop tarps are heavy as crap. It's probably gonna be 80 to 100 pounds, and probably gonna be 100 pounds. And not only that, you're not gonna use 8-foot drop tarps much. 8-foot drop tarps is a rare need. Most of the stuff you're gonna run is gonna be under 6 feet. So 6-foot drop tarps is the ideal tarp to get. So do you have to wait 90 days to get paid? No, it should be a net 30 when you're under your own authority, unless you use a factoring company. So what the factoring company do, you go run a load for a shipper or a broker, whoever you go run a load for. Alright, it's a dollar amount attached to that. So just say you run a 800.
Man, it's gonna be by 8 o'clock for the
8 o'clock tonight? Man, what time is it?
So if you want to leave, man, and come back.
I can leave, come back.
Yeah, I got your number in there. I call you when
the
time come back on.
I appreciate it. Make sure my phone disconnected. Because my audio is horrible when my phone connects. Now how the heck I'm going to get out of here? Because they shut the door. They ain't got no power to lift the door. Oh my goodness. I guess he was telling, man, let me go talk to this dude. God dang it. Dang, they shut the door. Oh, hold on, let me see something. Oh, my free pass. There, get an air ride. I'm tell you that right now. Get an air ride. I've been turned down for a lot of loads for not having an air ride. Oh, yeah. I went to truck driving school in Texas. Oh, I was talking about that factoring company. So, say you run a load for $800. Overheating. Yo, my phone overheating. That's why I keep going out. But, G-Fam, what's happening? Yeah, so, $800 load, and normally what you would do, you would create you an invoice. You attach the invoice to your bill of lading for running the load, and you need your rate confirmation from when you book the load. So you book a load, they're going to give you a rate confirmation. Whoever the owner of the company or the truck, they're going to have their rate confirmation. If you got dispatch, you get it from the dispatcher. So you're going to have your rate confirmation. The driver going to run the load. He's going to get the signed bill of lading. Once it's signed, it becomes a POD, a pod, proof of delivery. So you're going to take your rate confirmation, your bill of lading, and your invoice that you created, and you're going to call that company, see if they want you to fax it, email it, or mail it in to them. So that's how that works. That's how they work. You'll do that. Now you gotta wait 30 days to get paid. Now you want to avoid waiting 30 days to get paid. You find your factoring company. What you do is you send that same paperwork to the factory company. Factory company will call the company, verify everything is good, and what they'll do, they'll pay you right then. So for example, they may charge you 5% to factor that money to pay you the same day or the next day. It's probably gonna be lower than that, but I'm just giving you an average. 5%. So now you got your money in your pocket. And then after the 30 days, that company you ran for just paid the factoring company. Now, take notes. You got recourse and you got non-recourse contracts. Non-recourse is normally higher than recourse. The reason why, because the factoring company is going to take the hit. I actually, because the amount of money I was bringing in every single month running 3 trucks, they gave me a little bit of a lower rate. I had like 3.5% or something like that. And the more trucks I add on, the percent keep going down. And I had a non-recourse contract. So what that means is the factory company paid you. Well, if that broker or that shipper don't pay the factoring company that money back, with you having a non-recourse contract, they can't come after you and get the money back from you. They just got to take that loss. With a recourse contract, if the factoring company don't pay, if the broker or the shipper don't pay the factoring company, then they come after you and get their money back. So, like I say, the recourse is normally cheaper than a non-recourse contract. So you just have to figure out what's going to work for you. So, what else? Anybody else got questions? So, because I got to get out the live. I'm finna go home. Somebody got questions before I get off. Man, what a guy with? I gotta get up out of here. I'll check with y'all in a second.
Damn, that's fair enough.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, class. Let me make sure. I'm check everything. Class probably dismissed. Oh, email is info, INFO, news, NEWS, Mario, MARIO, at yahoo.com. Class dismissed. Peace.